According to the investigation, the family had been keeping handwritten diaries for years. Those diaries contained detailed notes about rituals, prayers, daily routines, and spiritual guidance. Many entries were believed to have been written under the influence of beliefs held by one family member, Lalit Bhatia, who reportedly believed he could receive guidance from the spirit of his late father. Investigators did not find evidence that these writings predicted the future. Instead, they became an important part of understanding how the family's belief system may have developed over time. The more detectives read the diaries, the more they realized this case was unlike anything they had investigated before. It wasn't simply about what happened, it was about understanding why. Sunday, July 1st, 2018. It was just after sunrise. The streets of Burari slowly came to life as shopkeepers prepared for another ordinary day. But one shop remained closed. For neighbors, this was unusual. The Bhatia family's grocery store was known for opening early every morning. At first, no one thought much of it. Perhaps the family had gone somewhere. Perhaps they were simply running late. But as the hours passed, the silence became impossible to ignore. A concerned neighbor decided to check on the family. Repeated knocks on the front door received no response. Looking inside, something seemed terribly wrong. Authorities were immediately contacted. When police officers entered the house, they found one of the most disturbing scenes in modern Indian criminal history. 10 members of the family were discovered suspended in a carefully arranged formation inside the house. An elderly family member was found deceased in another room. There were no signs of forced entry. Valuables appeared untouched. Nothing suggested a robbery or a violent struggle with an outsider. Investigators immediately secured the property and began documenting every detail. At first, many believed they were investigating a carefully planned mass murder. But as forensic teams examined the evidence, that theory became increasingly difficult to support. The mystery had only just begun. As investigators continued searching the house, they came across something unexpected. It wasn't a hidden weapon. It wasn't a secret passage. It was a collection of ordinary-looking, handwritten diaries. At first glance, they appeared to be simple notebooks, but as detectives began reading them, they realized these pages could hold the key to understanding the tragedy. The diaries contained years of handwritten entries describing daily routines, spiritual practices, family responsibilities, and personal reflections. Some entries also included detailed instructions for rituals that investigators believed were connected to the family's belief system. According to the investigation, many of these writings appeared to have been recorded over several years rather than written all at once. Investigators noted that the handwriting and dates suggested the notebooks documented a long-term pattern of beliefs and practices within the household. One name repeatedly drew attention: Lalit Bhatia. After the death of his father years earlier, Lalit reportedly told family members that he could receive guidance from his late father during spiritual experiences. Over time, investigators believed these experiences became deeply important within the family's daily life. The diaries described acts of discipline, prayer, trust, and obedience. They also reflected a belief that following specific instructions would protect the family and lead to a better future. Importantly, investigators did not conclude that the diaries proved anything supernatural. Instead, they treated them as crucial evidence for understanding the family's shared belief system and the decisions made before the tragedy. With every page they examined, detectives realized this case was becoming less about finding an outside suspect and more about understanding what had happened inside the minds of the people living in that.
The more investigators learned, the more questions emerged. Who was really in control? Part 4 coming next. Subscribe to Darkful Crime.